Finally, after years of hard work and graduating with flying colors, Adeline was looking forward to moving out of the college campus, getting an apartment of her own, and focusing on her career. But first, it was time for a small break, back home in Cape May. The holidays were coming up, and Adeline's parents couldn't wait to have their daughter back home after 6 long years. Adeline herself was excited to return, but she never expected the big surprise. Surprise! Wow, you guys scared me. Congrats, new grad. We're so proud of you, sweetheart. You've got a big future ahead, young lady. Thanks. So, where is he? Who? I thought you were bringing your boyfriend. I don't have a boyfriend. Sure, Miss Goody Two-Shoes. What? I'm serious. Adeline's parents, aunts, and uncles, and her cousins threw her a big party. It was a fun evening of just listening to praises and congrats on how well she was doing and motivation to going forward. Later that night, when the guests had all left, her mother called her to her room. What is it, Mom? She handed Adeline a gift. This is from your grandma. She told me to give it to you before she passed away. I think it's time you have it. As her mother left, Adeline eagerly opened it up. But she found herself staring at a piece of paper and a small note attached to it. I was hoping for property papers, but no, I got a stingy poem. All my heart's desires will come true. What is this? With a sigh, Adeline put it back in the box and tossed it into her bedside table. She laid down exhausted. She had big plans to make. Adeline was confident about her future. She wanted to start building her career, do a little traveling, maybe even find someone special. Spending Christmas in Cape May, Adeline had the most wonderful time. But at the same time, she couldn't wait to get back to the city again. Back in Chicago, Adeline rented a small apartment and started applying for jobs. She got called to numerous interviews, all of which turned out fine. Adeline had her fingers crossed. She was definitely going to get hired at one of these companies. But it turned out, Adeline didn't see the curveball coming her way. I'm sorry, Mrs. Cargill, but we're looking for someone with a little more experience. Perhaps next time. You don't have that experience required for this position. No experience. Experience. Experience my foot. Where am I going to get the experience from? When a couple of months had gone by and Adeline was running short on savings, she realized she desperately needed a job. If she kept on searching for a decent job that suited her credentials, she would end up going broke. Adeline spoke to a few of her friends about the matter. Some of them also complained that they suffered from the same problem when they came out of college. As hopeless and disappointed as Adeline was, she had no other choice but to apply for some jobs at small companies and local stores. And finally, Adeline got hired at a call center as a technical support specialist. The call center was located downtown, in the busy part of the neighborhood. And Adeline had to travel quite a distance every morning to reach work. Every day would be so tiring, handling numerous phone calls from all sorts of people about all sorts of ridiculous technical issues. She felt like the caller didn't even have a question. He just wanted to talk. And sometimes the questions were so stupid, and others were simply not questions you could answer over the phone. Not before long, Adeline was exhausted. All this for $7 an hour? Hate my life. Sometimes Adeline would pick the phone to customers who had no clue what they were talking about, and they didn't want to hear the answer either. All they did was argue about their problems, and Adeline was obliged to listen. Adeline felt as if she was a domesticated cattle, stuffed shoulder to shoulder in a cubicle farm for hours, having to chat with customers who ranged from clueless to shaved to irate. And on top of that, there was the presence of a pushy supervisor who kept a keen eye on all his sheep. It was one of these busy days at the call center that Adeline was having trouble keeping up with the huge number of calls. Adeline had just barely passed through the morning shift. She sighed and got up and stretched out her legs. It was finally time for her lunch break. The only part of her workday she actually looked forward to. Shortly after her quick energy boost, Adeline got back to her desk and continued working. She answered the phone to a rather upset woman. "Hello, this is Adeline speaking. How may I help you?" "Help? Help? Now you want to help? After keeping me on hold for 45 minutes? I'm so sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am. Well, your apology isn't going to bring me back my precious time." Adeline tried to be polite and calm down the customer, but she went on yelling. After a whole 5 minutes of listening to the constant nagging, Adeline asked once again, "Ma'am, I apologize for the delay. Now could you please let me know how I can help you out? Miss Annabelle, is that right?" And then they were back to scratch. "Excuse me? Don't you address me by my first name. You will address me as Madame Williams. And help? Do you even know how to help out anyone? Why did your boss even hire you? People like you are useless, incompetent." When the woman finally toned down and spoke to Adeline about her issue, Adeline tried to cooperate with her, but it seemed as if the two were going nowhere. When Adeline was unable to find the woman a solution to her problem, she became even more upset. "Madame Williams, you have to calm down and hear me out. I assure you, with our service, you'll be able to solve the problem in no time. Please try to cooperate with us. You should be fired from this job. You don't even deserve to work here. Go get yourself another job, wait some tables or mop some floors. Wait, why would anyone hire you? You're simply a waste of time, a waste of life." Adeline put the woman on hold and got further assistance. When she came back on the line, she kept shouting, "Do you think I have all day? Do you even know who I am? Time is money, and the money you're costing me, you've probably never seen in your life." This phone call was going nowhere. The woman had gone on personally insulting her, and Adeline had enough. She hung up. Crazy. Adeline went on with her day. About an hour later, she received another call from the woman. This time, she didn't speak of the technical issues. "How dare you hang the phone on me? I will complain against you. Just wait. I'll make sure you're unemployed for the rest of your life." Adeline hung up the call. Psycho. The woman didn't call back again. And at the end of her day, Adeline packed her bags and headed home. The next morning, when Adeline arrived at the call center, she was a bit surprised when her supervisor called her into his room. "Adeline, I'm sorry to say, I have to fire you. You haven't been working efficiently." "What? Sir, I've been giving my best for this. Where did I go wrong?" "We've received numerous complaints against you, Adeline." "Wait, complaints? From that woman yesterday? I was trying to help her, but she kept insulting me." "I'm sorry, Adeline. The decision has been made. You're fired." Adeline tried to explain to the supervisor what happened yesterday, but he didn't want to hear anything. Burning in rage, Adeline went to her desk and started packing her things. She couldn't stop thinking about the nasty woman. What does she think of herself? I'm educated, independent. Am I going to let someone ruin my life? Adeline wanted revenge. But then again, what could she do? She couldn't remember the woman's name, and she didn't even have her number or address. Hopelessly, Adeline left the call center and went home. That night, she couldn't forget the way the woman insulted her. "Madame Williams. Annabelle Williams." Remembering the name, Adeline immediately searched up the woman and found out she was a successful businesswoman who had a line of boutiques across Chicago and some other outlets in New York and Florida. Great, she's a powerful businesswoman, and I'm a nobody. None of this was even her fault, but Adeline still had to suffer. She felt so frustrated. As she leaned on the chair, staring out at the snow pouring, she suddenly remembered the note her grandmother had given her. She took it out and read it again. "What my heart desires, huh?" Adeline woke up the next morning, feeling a little better. She prepared herself to go out and search for a new job. She got her coffee from the deli across the street like every morning. "Hey lady, try out the lottery today." Adeline wasn't interested, but when the man kept insisting, she bought a ticket. I won! Adeline couldn't believe her eyes. She won the lottery, and from that moment on, Adeline's life changed completely. A few months back, Adeline was having trouble getting a job. Now Adeline never had to worry about working ever again. She soon bought an expensive house, rode the best car in town. She even hired a few people to work for her. And one of them just so happened to be Annabelle. "Annabelle, come here." "Yes, Miss Adeline?" "Excuse me, do not call me by my first name." "Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Cargill. It won't happen again." "Madame Cargill, take my shoes to the closet." Life was nothing but luxurious for Adeline. She had all that her heart desired. How did I get all this? I didn't have to do much. It was handed over to me. When life has become difficult, and you're searching for nothing but a miracle, close your eyes and sign your name. You will have all your heart can claim, every wish and every desire. Make sure you sign only in red. Once you've made the deal, take it to my grave and bury it therein. Soon you'll see how life will change in only a blink. Grandma. But as we all know, everything has a price. Once in a while, I have to make a small sacrifice, according to the agreement.
If you enjoyed this story, please like and subscribe to my channel and share this video with your friends and family.